This tutorial is for lesson 23, and lesson 23 is all about polylines. Polyline is over here on the draw toolbar. It's right below the rectangle toolbar. And the interesting thing about polyline is when you draw them, no matter how many times you click or how many times you draw, and then you hit escape, it sees this all as one line. And you can edit and modify the polyline, and we'll go into editing in lesson 24. But this is all about drawing polylines. And of course you can move the grips and make all kinds of changes with them. The one thing you have to keep in mind when you use polyline is all of the different options you have down here in the command window. So make sure to pay attention to those. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit delete, and I'm going to start with 23A. I start with polyline. I'm just going to click right here, and the very first thing it wants me to do is change the width to 1, or the start width. So just W, enter. It asks me for the start width, 1, enter. The end width is already on 1, so I hit enter. And then I can just type in the distance I want the line to go, which is going to be 4, enter. And there you have it. And if you want to double check it, feel free to use linear dimension, and you can double check and make sure that that's correct. Okay? Now I'm going to go to the one on the right, the upper right. So here we go, polyline. This one, it looks like I'm going to start it. W, enter. It looks like all the widths are 0.5. So 0.5, 0.5. And now I need to go a distance of 4 and a distance of 2 and over a distance of 4. And now I can just hit C, enter for close. If you look down the bottom of the screen, you'll see that that is an option. C, enter for close, and it closes the polyline for us. Okay, that's a little bit different than this one right here. Let me change the width again. It's on 0.5 already, so I'm good to go. This one I'm just going to go up 4 or over 4, up 2, over 4, and back down to 2. And you can see it leaves a little chunk out right there. So the one up here, it used the close command. The one down here was just drawing it by not using the close command and just typing in the specific dimensions. So that's 23A. I'm going to go ahead and go over to 23B now and follow the instructions on that one. So here we go, polyline. We'll specify the start point. I'll change the width. The width of this one looks like it will be 1. It looks like the ending width will also be 1. And then it looks like the distance will be 2. Hit enter. And so there we have that. And now we are going to go to number 5. I got to change the width now to, oops, I made a mistake on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. Polyline width is going to be 1, and end width is going to be 1, and now a distance of 2. Now I have to change the width, so I hit W again, and the start width here is going to be 2. The end width here is going to be 0.5, and now I need to go a distance of 2 inches as well, so 2, enter. And now I need to change the width again, so W, enter, 0.5, and 0.5. And now it needs to go a distance of 2 as well, and then I can hit enter or escape to get out of that command, and that is 23B. So that one might take you a time or two. One other thing that I want you to be aware of is that fill is currently on. If I type in fill, enter, and then off, enter, that is what that drawing would look like. And when you select any of those, it sees those all together as one polyline. Okay, so fill, enter, on, enter, and it turns fill back on. There's 23A and 23B, and now we'll get into 23C. As long as you follow these directions, it's really not too tough here. Go ahead and click on polyline, and it wants the first point to be at 5, 2.5. Before I do that, I'm not even sure what point this is at down here, so I'm just going to kind of click on that. And this is in kind of an interesting spot. If you look down here on my X and Y axes, this is at 3.1, 2.09. So I'm actually going to end up moving my whole entire title block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my title block, go to Move, click right here, and now it says Specify Destination. I'm going to do 0, 0, and now my title block will be at 0, 0. So now when I click on Polyline here and it wants me to start it at 5, 2.5, it will be in the right spot. 5, 2.5, enter. And so there's my polyline right there. And it wants me to select W for width. It says 0.05 for the start width. The end width is 0.20, 0.2, enter. And now I need to hit A for arc, and again I'm just following the directions. It says R for radius, and then want the radius to be 1.5. And the arc endpoint, hit A for angle, and the total angle will be 180 degrees. And it asks for a chord length, and we're going to type in 90 degrees, and we'll hit enter to stop it. And there you have it, and that looks exactly like it does in the book. Okay, next one, Polyline. First endpoint's at 13, 2.5. So it's over here somewhere. W for width. Starting is 0.2. They're both 0.2, so I can just hit enter and enter since mine already said 0.2. Hit A for arc. The A for angle. And the total angle is 60 degrees for this one. C for center. And the center point is 10, 2.5. Enter. And I can just hit enter again, and we're good to go. Okay, so you can click on any of these and check the points. As you can see, that point is at 13, 2.5. You can check these by doing checking the dimension. Like if I click on radius right here, you can check this center point right here. If I click on this center point, that's at 10, 2.5, and you can see that by looking at the bottom corner of the screen. Okay, so that is Polyline. That's how you draw a couple of them. There are some other options and things you can do with polylines as well that we'll go over in lesson 24. So we'll see you in the next tutorial.